The Clarity Act is going to get a vote. And if you hold XRP or cryptos, this is an incredibly bullish update. So, Tim Scott says there is going to be a vote and he thinks it's going to get passed without question. That's what he says, without question. Let's go ahead and dive into what he is talking about.
You have been working on this bill. The Senate has been working on this bill for over a year. Do you believe it can get across the finish line this week before you leave, or is this something to attack when you're back?
No, ma'am. This is something we should have the first vote before we leave without any question. John Thune has an opportunity to tee it up for a vote before we leave. And frankly, we'll be here longer than just the next 2 days. We might be here much longer. So the good news is we have the time to get it done. This is in the best interest of protecting consumers and allowing innovation to happen here in America. Really important time for us. We'll get it done. Republicans are coalescing, and that's great news. That'll bring Democrats along.
So, Senator, is it still the same issues? I know that President Trump has shown a willingness to accept language on ethics in the bill. So we've gotten that from President Trump. Was that enough to placate the Democrats who don't want the president to benefit from any crypto business? Or is it largely what Josh Hawley is worried about, and that is what the banks have to say about the crypto platforms? What's holding it up?
Well, Maria, the truth of the matter is the Democrats have been stonewalling for a year now. Every time we say yes, they move the goalposts. This goes back to President Obama, President Biden. We continue to see the goalposts move. Democrats have that as an ultimate strategy. Here on the area of clarity, what we're seeing are the same kind of stalling tactics they've been using for more than a year. When banking committee Republicans coalesced around the bill, everyone getting in line, then we were able to get Democrats to come aboard. We'll do the same type of strategy once we have the vast majority of Republicans saying yes. I believe the Democrats come to the table and find a way to yes. They don't want democratization, it appears to me. If you want democratization, if you want single mothers to have more access to their resources immediately, you want cryptocurrency, digital assets to blossom here at home in America. Democrats can join us and make democratization a reality for everyday working Americans today.
There you have it from the horse's mouth, not a random tweet or headline. He says without question that they're going to pass the Clarity Act and they're going to get it done this weekend. So it's not only the Clarity Act they got to get done, and it's quite possible from what I am hearing that it could even get a vote tomorrow. So we will have to see. But it looks like this weekend, and if that happens, XRP and cryptos are going to pump. They are going to pump. Another very important issue, and we're going to get back to that, and we're going to be taking a look at XRP and the crypto market, but is rate cuts. This is probably the next most important thing with cryptos. Rate cuts determine liquidity. It basically determines whether cryptos go up or down. And the fact that they have been keeping rates steady has prevented liquidities from essentially entering into the crypto market. But if they cut rates this year, at least one time, I think the markets are going to go absolutely crazy. But the good thing is the market was pricing in rate hikes. Everyone was calling for rate hikes. All these banks and market makers are saying they're going to hike rates. They're going to do this. And guess what? If we take a look at the current Fed FOMC watch tool, we can see that there is a 54% chance of a rate hike in September. That is not very high. That is not very high. And it continues to go lower almost every single day. Based on the data we are getting, oil's coming down. They're ending the war. So that is what is pushing down the probability of a rate hike. As long as there is peace with the Strait of Hormuz and the Middle East and oil coming down, the probability of a rate hike is going to go lower. It's going to go lower. So we're going to continue to monitor this. But what I am thinking is that if they end this war and oil prices come crashing down, cryptos are going to go crazy because the market's going to price in a rate cut by the end of the year. If we get one cut by the end of the year where they start pricing in one cut next year, a couple of cuts next year, that's when cryptos are going to go absolutely crazy. But the Clarity Act is what is the next major catalyst for crypto. This is what is going to take cryptos to the next level. Everybody is waiting to buy in. They're waiting on the Clarity Act. So if we take a look at XRP, this is quite interesting. XRP is just continuing to bleed out while Bitcoin is pushing up, Ethereum is pushing up. Every coin, for the most part, is looking relatively good. Everything is basically pumping, but XRP is pushing down. But at the same exact time, we have this bullish pattern for XRP, which is just a manipulation pattern. But the RSI is pointing up. You see, the RSI is going higher lows. XRP is forming this downwards motion while RSI is going up. It's manipulation. And we are seeing seller exhaustion. So I think XRP is getting ready. It looks like it's going to flush here, maybe take out these lows, maybe hit under $1. It might break under $1 here in the next day or so. But this is short-lived. Bitcoin is pushing up higher. If Bitcoin continues to push up higher, I'm not worried about XRP. This just looks like another correction, another little pullback for XRP, not a big deal. But honestly, XRP has not moved much at all. If you zoom out and you look at what XRP is doing, it is sideways. And every single time it does this same type of dip, it instantly rips up. So I think the market, they're shaking people out before the Clarity Act. They know the Clarity Act is going to get passed. They don't want people holding cryptos. They don't want people holding cryptos. If you take a look at Bitcoin here, Bitcoin is looking really, really good. Bitcoin is looking good. Bitcoin is breaking out. Everything follows Bitcoin. You see this pattern here. Bitcoin is breaking out there. If you zoom out here, you can see Bitcoin in my latest video yesterday. I showed you all that Bitcoin is breaking out of this bear market. Look at this. Bitcoin is attempting to break out here. It's on the very verge, like literally 1% away, which would put us at that 67K resistance. If Bitcoin can break above this level here, all coins are going to go crazy. And I am confident that XRP is going to snap back very hard. Remember, XRP pumps last every time. I don't know why, but it pumps last and it pumps the hardest. This is another shakeout. This isn't, we're at $1 here. We're at $1.03, almost $1.04. This is the time to be loading up on XRP. And XRP could go as low as 80 cents, maybe 85 cents, something like that. But it would be very short-lived. It's going to be one of those quick wicks where it bounces very quickly. But XRP is going to be back to $2 very, very soon. If they pass this Clarity Act, I think we're going to see XRP maybe 250, 240 in the short term. Now, it's crazy. Me and my community, even my free group, I had them buy CashCat near 58 million market cap. And it pumped up 200% today because they got a Robinhood listing. I put this also in my paid community, so they got a little bit earlier entry. If you guys want to take trades with me in my community, we are winning right now. We are up on CashCat. We are up on Pump, which is up 100% from the bottom. Join my community. You guys can try today for free and at least join the alpha channel. And if you guys want to be buying and selling crypto with the cheapest fees on the internet, you guys get VIP 3 and a $10,000 sign up bonus with my link. Use Blofin. This is where you can also buy CashCat and Pump and all the coins that I put in my trade alerts in my community. So check that out. Now, if you guys got anything out of this video, consider giving this video a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed with notifications on and check my video description for all the links to help you out in crypto. And I'll see you later.